Charlie Munger, the billionaire investor, has often said that saving your first $100,000 is the hardest step on the road to wealth. He's not alone in this belief. Many people agree that this milestone is one of the most challenging to achieve. Building wealth is a slow and steady process, especially when you're starting from nothing. When you have no money saved, you don't benefit from the power of money working for you, like earning interest or making profits from investments. Instead, you're relying solely on your income and disciplined saving to grow your wealth. But why is the first $100,000 so hard? The first $100,000 is challenging because starting from zero requires effort, discipline, and time. Imagine someone earning $40,000 annually. After paying rent, bills, groceries, and other essentials, they're left with only $5,000 to save each year. At this rate, it would take 20 years to save $100,000 without accounting for emergencies or unexpected expenses. This is why budgeting and cutting unnecessary costs are essential when you're starting out. For example, instead of eating out 3 times a week, preparing meals at home could save hundreds of dollars each month. Similarly, swapping a luxury gym membership for home workouts or public transportation for driving could significantly boost savings. These small sacrifices add up over time and make reaching $100,000 more realistic. Once you hit this milestone, the process becomes much easier. Let's say you invest the $100,000 with a 10% annual return. That's $10,000 earned in 1 year without lifting a finger. Compare this to saving $10,000 manually, which could take months of hard work. This is the power of compound interest. Your money starts making money for you, turning $100,000 into $200,000 much faster than the time it took to save the first $100,000. The key is staying disciplined and consistent in your efforts. Why saving the first $100,000 is the hardest. Saving or investing your first $100,000 is tough because, at this stage, you don't have much money working for you. Your savings aren't big enough to benefit much from compound interest or investment returns. Instead, you're relying mostly on your own hard work and time to earn and save. Once you reach $100,000, though, the journey gets easier. With that money in your account, you can take advantage of more investment opportunities, and compound interest starts to make a real difference. Your money begins to grow faster, and reaching the next milestones, like $200,000 or even $1 million, often takes less time. But why is the first $100,000 so hard? For starters, most people have little to save when they're young. They're just starting out in their careers or businesses, so their income is lower, and expenses like rent and bills take up most of what they earn. Overcoming challenges to save your first $100,000. When you're just starting out in your career, saving your first $100,000 feels very challenging. At the beginning, most people earn a small yearly income, and while their living costs might not be high, there's often very little left to save. Many people live paycheck to paycheck, where all the money they earn goes toward their expenses. This makes it hard to build any significant savings or investments. The second reason it's so hard is the power of compounding. Compound interest is when your money starts earning money. For example, if you save or invest, the returns you earn are added to your original amount, and over time, this grows into much more. But when you start from zero, you don't have enough money invested to see the benefits of compounding right away. So, how can you save your first $100,000 faster? 1. Increase your income. Boosting your income is one of the most effective ways to save faster. Consider taking on extra hours at work, freelancing, or starting a side hustle in a field that interests you. For example, if you have skills in writing, graphic design, or video editing, you can earn additional income by offering services on freelance platforms. You can also explore teaching, coaching, or even tutoring part-time. With multiple income streams, you'll have more money to save and invest. 2. Cut unnecessary expenses. Reducing unnecessary expenses can free up a significant portion of your income. Start by reviewing your monthly budget to identify areas where you're overspending. For instance, limit eating out or cut down on entertainment subscriptions you don't use regularly. Small adjustments like preparing meals at home or using public transportation can lead to substantial savings over time. Every dollar saved adds to your financial cushion. 3. Focus on your savings rate. Increasing the gap between your income and expenses is key to saving more. If you earn $60,000 a year and spend $55,000, you save $5,000. But by cutting expenses or earning more, You can save $10,000 or even $15,000 annually. Developing disciplined savings habits and consistently prioritizing saving a fixed percentage of your income will ensure you hit your financial milestones faster. To save your first $100,000 faster, one effective way is to increase your income instead of just cutting costs. While reducing spending by a few $1,000s can help, earning more can make a much bigger difference. For example, if you find a way to get a raise or a promotion at work, your yearly income could jump significantly, giving you more money to save. Boosting income and growing wealth. Improving your skills is a great starting point. Learning an in-demand skill, such as video, editing, or copywriting, can open doors to freelancing or starting a side hustle for extra income. At your job, focus on actions that can help you advance, such as taking on new responsibilities or consistently performing well, to earn raises and bonuses. You can also explore part-time jobs like coaching, babysitting, or tutoring to bring in additional earnings. Starting a small business or working on a project during evenings and weekends is another way to boost your income. If you're looking for simple ways to earn extra money, consider reselling or flipping items. You can learn how to do this effectively by watching videos on platforms like YouTube or taking courses on Udemy or Skillshare. The earlier you start saving or investing, the more you can take advantage of opportunities to grow your wealth. Once you reach $100,000, building on that becomes much easier because your money starts working for you, making it easier to grow your wealth over time. After earning your first $100,000, the focus should shift to protecting and growing it. First, avoid unnecessary risks that could lead to major losses. This means being cautious with excessive expenses or investments that seem too risky. Instead, prioritize strategies that allow steady and reliable growth. Once you find an investment strategy that works, you can gradually invest larger amounts to generate better returns while staying diversified. Smart investment strategies for long-term wealth. If you're considering real estate, ensure that the property or land you invest in has the potential to grow in value. When purchasing property, check that the rental income covers the loan repayment and leaves extra for repairs and maintenance. Real estate can offer two ways to earn: buying property and selling it later for a profit, or renting it out to earn steady income. Both options can be profitable if approached wisely, but they require careful evaluation of market trends and property values. Avoid putting your money into speculative items with little intrinsic value or relying on luck to grow your wealth. Instead, make thoughtful and informed decisions about your investments. Diversify your portfolio. Research your options thoroughly, and focus on long-term strategies to ensure your money continues to work for you. By protecting your savings and investing wisely, you can turn your first $100,000 into a foundation for lasting financial growth. When it comes to investing your first $100,000, keeping the risk-reward balance in mind is crucial. A low-cost index fund available on an online platform is often a great starting option. While everyone's financial goals and risk tolerance vary, this approach provides a good balance of growth potential with manageable risk. Starting small, even with $500, and developing consistent investing habits can lay the foundation for long-term success. Balancing savings and investments for faster growth. It's wise to split your investments between safe and risky options. For instance, you might allocate 10% of your savings to higher risk investments, while keeping the remaining 90% in safer options. This way, you get the benefit of potential high returns, while minimizing the risk of losing too much. Developing a plan and starting with your first investable amount is an excellent way to build momentum. The time it takes to save $100,000 depends largely on your income and savings rate. The more you earn and save, the quicker you'll reach this goal. For example, someone earning $80,000 per year can save faster than someone earning $30,000. However, it's not just about income. How much of it you can save matters more. By controlling your expenses and prioritizing savings, even those with lower incomes can achieve this milestone over time. Developing disciplined financial habits is key to turning your savings into long-term wealth. Earning more money doesn't always guarantee saving more if your expenses rise too. This is called lifestyle inflation, where your spending increases as your income grows. For example, if someone earning $80,000 a year only saves $5,000 because of high expenses, but another person earning $30,000 saves $10,000 by living frugally, the person with the lower income will save $100,000 faster. Now, let's talk about the importance of investing. Imagine two people both saving $10,000 a year. One keeps the money in a bank account with very low interest, taking over 10 years to save $100,000. The other invests that $10,000 each year with a 10% return. They will reach $100,000 much faster because their money grows significantly through investing. This shows why investing is key to building wealth faster. When your income increases, it's a good idea to invest more. But to do this effectively, you need to avoid lifestyle creep. This happens when you start spending more as you earn more, leaving you with the same small surplus. By keeping your spending steady as your income grows, you'll have more money to invest, accelerating your financial growth. Starting early is also critical. The earlier you invest, the more time your money has to grow. Choose your investments wisely, resist the temptation to sell during downturns, and focus on long-term growth. Your savings rate and investment contributions have the biggest impact on how fast your wealth grows. Saving $100,000 depends on factors like your income, spending habits, and where you live. High-cost areas like New York City make saving harder than living in places with a lower cost of living. By carefully budgeting, planning, and staying disciplined, you can achieve this milestone sooner. So always remember what I said. Once you hit $100,000, the process becomes easier and more rewarding as your money starts working for you. Before you know it, you have $200,000, $300,000, and even more. And by the time you reach the $1 million mark, the second one is just around the corner, and it seems to take a fraction of the time it took to reach the first one. This is reassuring for those of us who feel that our wealth is currently growing even slower than we would like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more tips to grow your wealth and achieve financial freedom. See you in the next video.